Hey everyone, gather round for a story that really hits you right in the feels. It's about a love so pure and a bond so strong, it could probably bake bread all by itself. Picture this, a small weathered cottage, a single mother named Alara, and her young son Leo. Times were incredibly tough. So tough, in fact, that often their only meal for the day was a single loaf of bread. But for Alara, this wasn't just sustenance. It was a symbol of her unwavering love. Every single day, she would carefully slice the loaf. She'd hand the soft, fluffy middle part to Leo, her eyes shining with affection. "The best for my boy," she'd whisper, her own stomach rumbling quietly as she ate the tough, dry crusts. Leo, being a kid, didn't think much of it. To him, this was just how bread was. Soft and warm in the middle, just for him. He'd munch away happily, oblivious to his mother's sacrifice. He saw her chewing the crusts, but he just assumed she preferred them. "Mama loves the crunchy part," he'd think to himself, taking another bite of the pillowy center. This small daily ritual was the foundation of his childhood, built on a loving sacrifice he didn't yet understand. Years flew by like pages in a storybook. Leo grew from a small boy into a determined young man. Fueled by his mother's love and a lot of soft bread, he worked hard, saved every penny, and poured his heart into learning a trade. He moved to the bustling city, his mother's hopeful smile etched in his memory. He promised her he'd make something of himself, that one day she wouldn't have to worry about tough times or tough crusts ever again. He found his passion in the warm, fragrant world of baking. The smell of fresh dough reminded him of home, of his mother's hands, of a love that was simple yet profound. He apprenticed, he practiced, he obsessed over every detail, from the finest flour to the perfect temperature. His dream was taking shape, rising just like a perfect loaf of dough. And then the day came. Leo, now a successful man, stood proudly in front of his very own bakery. Leo's Loaves, the sign read, gleaming in the morning sun. The air was thick with the incredible aroma of freshly baked bread. But on this grand opening day, his first customer wasn't a stranger from the street. He was the most important person in his world, his mother Alara. He led her inside, her eyes wide with pride and wonder. He didn't just hand her any loaf. He presented her with the very first one to come out of his new oven. It was golden brown, perfectly round, and still warm to the touch. With tears welling up in his eyes, he broke it in half, handed her the soft, steamy, fluffy middle part. "Mama," he said, his voice thick with emotion, "all those years, you gave me the best part. You thought I didn't know, but I eventually understood. You ate the crust so I could have the heart of the bread. Today, and for every day after this, the best part is for you." Alara looked at her son, then at the soft bread in her hand. Tears streamed down her face as she finally understood that her small, daily act of love had been the seed for all of this. It was more than just bread. It was a circle of love, completed. Her sacrifices had not only filled his stomach, but had fueled his dreams. And now his success was her reward, served warm and fresh from the oven. This story just reminds us that the simplest acts of love often have the biggest impact. It's about recognizing the sacrifices others make for us and finding ways to give that love right back. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this moment with me. If this story touched your heart, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more stories that warm the soul. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.